Mental fitness of a memory athlete. Yeah, what is this? Mental fitness of a memory athlete. Now, most of you will have a question mark. Sir, to be mentally fit only, we joined the memory workshop. We are practicing memory as a sport. The way we brush our teeth, the way we take bath, the way we work out in the gym. Exactly, we are trying to practice memory every day. Then automatically brain is supposed to be fit. What is this mental fitness? Yes or no? Yes. Normally, when you practice memory, your mind is going to be totally active. You are going to be fit. It's quite natural. But when it comes to a competition of excelling in memory sport, when you want to take part in the Indian memory championship or you want to take part in the world memory championship, unknowingly the tension will come. So whenever we reach one important landmark in life, the tension is compulsory. Even when we excel in our weekly and monthly exams and half yearly and pre-board exam, when the annual exam comes, no, the tension will come automatically. Why? Look at Sachin, Virat Kohli, up to 97, 98, 99, they score very easily. But when they come to 99, most batsmen, if you can go to Google and check, most batsmen will get out at 98 to 99. Why? Because they want to score that one valuable run, which will help them to reach a landmark of scoring a century. Then they can wave their bat, they can take their helmet, okay, they can look at the sky, they can give flying kiss like Virat Kohli to Anushka Sharma, all that they can do. Yeah, and there only the tension will come. That's when the fielding captain will put 4, 5 slip in fielders, close in fielders. He'll bring the best bowler, and that's when they get him out. Have you seen that? Similarly, when you go to 1 year, a school or a college, and that 2.5 to 3 hours of exam will decide what kind of grade, what rank you are going to get, which college you will get admission. And when you go for IAS exam, will you be able to, secure that admission into IAS or that NEET exam, right? That IIT exam? Will you be able to get into that IIM? Will you be able to go and pursue your higher studies, in US by cracking that GRE or GMAT or CAT, TOEFL exam, IELTS exam? So it's quite natural. So that means anybody, when they reach one important landmark, the tension will come. When you talk about Rajinikanth, before Robo 2.0, I believe he could not sleep for 2 days before the release. Someone asked him, why were you not able to sleep? He said, Robo 1 was so hit that Robo 2.0 will be hit or fut. I am a bit worried. That's why I could not get sleep. So quite natural. Imagine there is one general election and all the votes are there in the ballot boxes. Tomorrow morning, they are going to count. Right? Previous night, will you get sleep? You won't get sleep because you don't know whether you're going to win the election or not. So it's quite natural. So similarly, when it comes to the memory championship also, you are going to get into tension, quite normal. Okay. That anxiety, nervousness will always be there. And most importantly, when you take up any other academic exam, you're competing with someone who is not at par with you because you know the memory secrets. You have been practicing. But when it comes to the memory championship, you are actually up against the best in the whole country and best in the whole world. People who are much, much way ahead of other people. So normally tension will always be there. So what kind of mindset should we have to crack or to win, to succeed at the memory championship is what we're going to discuss. All right. So what is going to happen? Just let me just tell you that nothing will come easy. Understand this? Okay. So tension is quite common. Keep cool. Okay. So you are competing with the best in the whole world memory field. Okay. Nothing comes easy. Nothing will come easy. And anything that comes easy is not worth having it. Are you getting this? Imagine if I'm going to give you the question paper one day before the examination and you read all the questions and by heart the answers and you go write exams, you get the state first rank. Will you be really happy? Not really, because It was it came so easily. You didn't put in an effort. Yes or no? So that means anything, right? Worth having it should have little bit of extra effort. For example, Sachin Tendulkar, whenever he scores a century, or talk about Virat Kohli, both of them, you know them, both of them when they bat, maybe 45 minutes to 1 hour, they score a century and they get one big check as a man of the match. And they become brand ambassador of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or that product, this product, and they make huge money. And you and I, we go and watch the entire match as a spectator. We don't get 1 rupee. In fact, we have to buy a ticket to watch the match. But Sachin or Virat will be paid, right, for playing. That means a player will always get money. And you think Virat Kohli just only 1 hour, he came and out and he played. Why he is getting so much money? What you don't know is whether it is raining or shining, whether it's summer or winter, right? And whether it is morning or night, whether it is birthday or death day or marriage day or the divorce day, doesn't really matter. Every day, day after day, he gets up at morning 4 o'clock. Morning 4 o'clock, he'll get up. Then he'll be in the gym, right? Once finishes gym, then he will finish swimming, then breakfast, then he will do yoga, then he will do little bit of meditation. Thereafter that, he'll be in the sports ground. He will keep on doing practice. Half an hour, 40 minutes rest in the afternoon. Again, he will sit with Ravi Shastri or Alan Border, Sunil Gavaskar, or one of his coach and try to find out what are the technical deficiencies. Why is he getting out? Then again, evening he will practice, means which we don't see is rest of the days when Virat Kohli is not playing the match, what he may be doing, you and I don't know. Whether Dhoni or Virat or Sachin, they work every day. And what we see is the culmination or the final outcome of their hard work that they have done 364 days. On the 365th day, you are going to see it. Understand this. Nothing will come easily. Nothing will come easily. So understand, if you want to become memory champion, it's not going to be just easy that just you have come for a memory workshop, you know some techniques and you are going to get win. So for Sachin to lift that World Cup, it was not so easy. He had to give his sweat and blood for getting that. And Virat Kohli scoring a century was not so easy, right? And Muhammad Ali. How many of you know Muhammad Ali? Any idea Muhammad Ali?
He's a boxer.
Boxer, okay.
Boxer.
Watching a small little TV interview of Muhammad Ali by Oprah Winfrey, very famous TV chat host. She was interviewing Muhammad Ali. She said, Muhammad Ali, I have seen so many of your boxing bouts. I read about you. I saw your TV documentaries. I heard from other people that within 30 seconds, you are going to knock your opponent down in the boxing ring. He said, yes. So to knock an opponent within 30 seconds, you have to have so much energy. He said, yes. To have so much energy, you have to work for long hours in the gym. He said, yes. I want to know as to how many hours every day you work out in the gym. Muhammad Ali smiled and said, I work almost 10 hours every day in the gym. So Oprah, she smiled and said, sir, don't joke. Is it, humanly possible that someone can, practice in the gym for 10 hours? You're kidding. So Muhammad Ali smiled and said, yes, you are right. 10 hours is very difficult. I'm also a human being. I go to gym. I work for almost like 8 hours. And at the end of 8 hours, I'm very tired. I thought of going back to my room and rest. So I put on my tracksuit, pick up my towel. I come out of the gym. I lock my gym and I turn to go to my room. As I turn, in front of my gym, there is a road. Across the road, there is one more gym. So before going to my room, I stop and look at the gym. And what do I see there? The doors are still open and I see my opponent with whom I'm going to fight boxing tomorrow is still practicing. Looking at him. Can I afford to go? I cannot. So I tell myself, Muhammad Ali, wake up. Come, practice. So I turn back, open the lock, keep the towel down, drop my tracksuit 1 more hour. I'll be keep working out to the gym. 9 hours. I'm so dead tired. I can't even lift my head up. I can't even lift my hands. I tell myself, Muhammad Ali, 1 more minute you will die. Better go back to your room and sleep. So I put on my tracksuit. I pick up my towel. I come out of the gym. I lock the gym and I turn. As I turn, in front of my gym, there's a road. Across the road, there's one more gym. Before going, I look at the gym. So what do I see there now? What do you think I see there? Guess?
Opponent.
My opponent? What is
Still practicing.
I see my opponent is locking the gym and he's slowly walking back to his room. I standing here, I look at him. Then I turn, open the lock. Now keep the towel down, drop my tracksuit, and one more hour I'll keep working in the gym. When he said, Oprah Winfrey had a big question mark on her face. She said, Mr. Muhammad Ali, I don't seem to understand. After 8 hours, you wanted to go, your opponent is still practicing, you came inside, I understood. But after 9 hours, he's going right. So why did you come inside now? Muhammad Ali had a big laugh and guess what he said? Guess, what do you think he said?
He should be strong than his opponent.
Yeah, he said 9 hours. Okay, my opponent and I, we are both at the same level. This 1 hour extra, right? I'm going to, lift the weights. I'm going to punch into the boxing bag. With this little extra energy, tomorrow first thing in the morning, in the boxing ring, I'm going to give one punch. My opponent is flat on the mat. He said, all extraordinary people, what they do something little extra. Every one of us, we want one extra mark. Your neighbor has got two, double door fridge, you want triple door fridge. He has got a small car, you want a big car. He has got a small job, you want a big job. Everything you want extra means output you want extra. But you, being a science student, unless there is input called extra, there can never be output called extra. That means if you get up as others get up, if you go to washroom as others go, if you go to your school, college as others go, and if you come back home as others come, if you eat the way others eat, if you watch TV the way others watch, if you sleep the way others are sleeping, you will exactly get what they've got. But that is not our aim. We want something extra. That means you need to ask this question, what is that extra that you are going to do? So that is what Muhammad Ali is all about, Muhammad Ali. So my question to all of you is, 4 months, July, August, September, October, 4 months, if you can give little extra time, if you can allocate to this memory sport, lifelong you are going to be proud of yourself. I can tell you this much, because this achievement is not going to be easy one. You are going to have immense achievement. That's what Muhammad Ali said, right? For all of us. And then I need to tell you the story of one more person, right? Now, who is this person? Now, this person is called, Michael Phelps. You know this guy, Michael Phelps?
Most decorated Olympian.
Swimmer. He's a swimmer.
He bagged most medals in the Olympics.
Individual medals.
Swimming.
Olympics. Okay. Michael Phelps. Okay. And look at him. In India, with 1.4 billion people, and one girl called Sindhu, she gets one silver medal. All of us, oh. Now look at that guy. One guy. In America, every street, you'll have one Olympic gold medal winner. Every street you'll have. People don't even bother. And for us, 1.4 billion people, one person is getting into the Olympics to participate only is a big thing for us. Are you understanding this? Where we are? And someone looked at Michael Phelps and said, Michael, it must be super feeling, right? You got so many medals. Only Olympian with the maximum individual medals in the swimming category. He smiled and said, yes, daily, morning 4 o'clock, in the chilly water, I am swimming from here to there to here to there to here, right? And for 4 years, I'd been swimming just to get that one medal. It was indeed, right, fantastic, he said. Are you getting this? That means no champion takes birth overnight. They actually give their sweat and blood. In army, it is said, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. So you really have to give something unique for this memory sport as well. Very, very important, aspect. So that's what Michael Phelps had said. For all of us, I'm giving you some examples. Amitabh Bachchan, story of Amitabh Bachchan. When he met with an accident, shooting for Coolie. He was about to die. And at some point in time, he got into politics. He failed in politics. He could not succeed. Then what did he do? There was a buffer scam on his head. And then he was not getting roles in the movies. He started something called ABCL, Amitabh Bachchan Corporation Limited. And 200 crores overnight he lost in the Miss World pageant. And he even, in fact, he actually put his house, okay, to people mortgaged his house. And one day he wanted to die. He went to the Juhu beach. He wanted to jump. Then he saw those waves, okay, right, falling and raising, falling and raising. He looked at them and said, these waves who have no life, in spite of falling so many times, every time they want to raise again, I have life. I can still raise again. Now I have fallen, but I can raise again. He came back. Then came that KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati, right? And then never he looked back again, right? Almost he is nearing 75 to 80 years of age right now. And he is the most busiest actor ever. My role model for me, Amitabh Bachchan. Understand this? And he used to do almost 2 to 3 shifts per day shooting. So if you think that they made so much of money, they're very happy, you don't know how much hard work they are doing. So it's not that easy. It comes with a lot of effort. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So look at this guy, Chiranjeevi, megastar. When people were not able to dance, he was one person who went to Chennai, the Film Institute. He danced and danced and danced and danced, learned morning till night, whole night he will practice. And thereafter, he rewrote the way people would dance. And because of him, more than 15 people from his mega family are into movies today. And he has become an icon, right? So much. And Modi ji, you know the story of our Prime Minister. He was a tea seller. From there, going on to become the Chief Minister of Gujarat. From there, 7 years he's ruling, India as the most popular prime minister. Is not that easy, because having so many states in the country, so many regions, religions, languages, and different opinions. And then in spite of all that, and COVID hitting, economy, politics, so many people, okay, from inside the party, outside the party, he's still able to rule. How many hours you think he may be working? Almost 18 hours in a day he keeps working, right? And then Mukesh Ambani, all of Mukesh Ambani, and then by the time I say one word, he would have made 1 crore rupees. Okay, per second he makes 1 crore rupees. That's the amount of money he makes. And how much hard work he must be putting in, you can't even understand. So the point that I'm trying to tell you is, first of all, be ready that if you want to scale the mountain, you should be willing to take that pressure. You should be willing to take that hit. You should be willing to, go through that tension, right? Then only you're going to become topper. Because unless you squeeze the flowers, perfume doesn't come. Unless, you hit the iron, you can't get into a shape. Now gold, unless you cut it, you can't make an ornament. So everything has to go through some pain. So if you want to become from a rock to a statue, you need to give yourself to a sculptor. You should be able to go through all those hittings by that hammer and chisel. If you are willing to do that, then you will become successful. Otherwise, you're not going to make it successful. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So mindset. So mindset is, if you don't work hard, if you don't have a plan, and if you don't practice regularly, you may be taking part in the memory championship, but still you will not really be making it big, right? Into the big league. So tension will come only when you don't prepare. So if you prepare well, if you practice well, if you had a proper plan, if you are self-disciplined, little incremental improvement if you do, and I'm sure you will have no mental tension at all. So your mindset will be so good. You are mentally 100% fit, because this is what everyone does it. Whoever has made it big, okay?